year has now passed since Krampus Night Eve. I have seen and done things that you wouldn't believe. No longer on cookies and milk do I binge. Instead now I train and prepare for revenge. No toys, trains, or dolls in my sleigh, I'm afraid. Only bullets and knives and perhaps a grenade. Help with my vengeance 'tis certain I'll need. I might use some clones or mercs driven by greed. But for them I have weapons and guns by the score. I've got Thompsons, grenade launchers, and so much more. Best of all, when the snow is stained red through the land, we'll take Krampus's axe from his cold and dead hand. My workshop will storm with shot and with shell. Tell Krampus I'm coming, and I'm bringing hell. Ho 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 ho. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I can feel it in the air, yeah. Everything we dealing with is here. Underestimated is why we taking it there. There's nothing I ain't seen. My team's always prepared. But don't be out here acting like you didn't know us. Why you out here bluffing when you know we sure? We don't even know the meaning of hopeless. It hit me like what? I stay fly like Enrico, that pride stay on my side with it. The front line pushing, you know how I give it up. The move feels so familiar when it's only familiar, then it really ain't right.
It also features vehicles, which can be used to quickly get on point or lock down key positions. They have MGs that chew through walls and flesh alike, and because of their shields, they can be really tough to take down without explosives. Weapons in Sandstorm have no crosshair and are not fixed to the center of the screen. Instead, they use a system called free aim, meaning they can move independently of your view. You always need to mind your muzzle and pay attention to where your weapon is pointing. Whenever you fire, that's where the bullet is going to go. And as long as your finger is on the trigger, you can always take a shot. Insurgency is all about immersion. We keep our HUD very minimal. There's no kill feed, hit markers, or anything that might distract from the action in front of you. The only way to confirm a kill in Sandstorm is to watch the body drop. Each weapon and its ballistics were created with meticulous care. Caliber, barrel length, and other factors play into every shot you take. Close-range shots are simulated in a manner similar to hit-scan, with longer ranges using a real-time projectile simulation. As a result, CQB is clean and quick, especially considering our high lethality. Long-range shooting, however, involves a little more time-to-target calculation. In addition to dropping from gravity, bullets slow down as they travel through the air, and slow down even more when they penetrate different materials, all the while reducing their damage potential. A thin wooden panel isn't much, but a thick concrete barrier is a different story. Now, ammo management is important. When you reload an Insurgency, you're not just dipping into a magical pool of ammunition. You need to keep track of every magazine you have and how many bullets you have in each one.
One of our finest.
You're unstoppable!
Sleek and sturdy. A fine choice. That one will last you.
Are you having fun yet? I am!
I think we might just have the wares you're looking for.
However, give you a chance to chase the new level 70 cap and unlock a new high-level assassin ability, Death Veil, which makes stealth-killed bodies vanish and eliminates any risk of them being discovered. Darius, who fans might remember as one of the ancient assassins enshrined under the Villa Auditore, is the first known wielder of the Hidden Blade and used it to take down Xerxes and cripple the Persian Empire. Unsurprisingly, his blade isn't the only thing he's keeping hidden. There's more to his checkered past than the slaying of a king. Darius may be old, but he's a lot tougher than he looks, and you'll need to hold your own in a tough fight until he figures out you're on the same side. He'll back off thanks to the intervention of his son or daughter, Natakas or Nima. The one you meet depends on who you're playing as.
Commanding Spartan soldiers.
Getting ambushed by an angry old man.
Darius and his child quickly become key allies in a fight against a new power-hungry crew of masked fiends who crept into Greece from Persia. They've got you firmly in their sights, Eaglebearer, and before they move in for the kill, they're going to make you suffer by dangling your past sins in front of you. Literally in one case.
You're not the judge of what is right or wrong, killer.
So it's in your interest to take the fight to them, which you can do by uncovering clues, unmasking their identities, and hunting them down across Greece. One of their order's branches can be hunted in Episode 1, with 7 targets in all.
Clings to this island. The forces at work are beyond anything I could have imagined.
Your last attempt triggered a war between our countries, need I remind you?
Is that clear? Don't give them the opportunity to manipulate you.
They're insidious, manipulative, cunning.
You are an angel who brings peace to the soul, my son.
You are making a big mistake on one point. He has no end of power.
I have the choice who to support, what to become, and it will shape the world.
The Witcher world is back.
Taking it.
Take it!
To the point! Get to the point! To the point, boys!
Ace your fire!
Fall back, fall back! Fire well, fire well! Quickly, get line! Get line! Take aim! Take aim, boys! Push up to the next round!
She's just an outlaw. What threat could she really pose?
Threat? The cut need only be slight. But if it is left unchecked, the wound will fester all the same. The pain will be so unbearable. Death would be a mercy.
A Maori legend, the navigator Kupe sailed from Hawaii to the undiscovered land that would become New Zealand, and remains a figure in many Maori myths still shared today. Kupe's leader ability is called Kupe's Voyage. The initial Maori units begin the game in the ocean, and receive science and culture each turn before settling. When you settle your first city, you receive a free builder and extra population. The palace also receives additional housing and amenities. The Maori's unique building is the marae. This replaces the amphitheater in the theater square. It provides culture and faith to all tiles in the city with a passable feature, such as floodplains, and tourism after researching flight. The Maori's unique unit is the toa. This classical-era melee unit can construct a paw improvement on hills, which provides a defensive bonus and heals units if they end their turn on its tile. Toa also have the Haka War Dance ability, which weakens adjacent enemy units. The Maori's unique ability is Mana. They start with sailing and shipbuilding, and embarked units receive additional strength and movement. Woods and rainforests provide additional production, and fishing boats additional food. Fishing boats also acquire surrounding available tiles when completed. As the Maori, the world is your oyster, and you will thrive with its blessings. Use your first turns to scout for a prime coastal location for your capital city, with plenty of woods, rainforests, and ocean resources. A series of PA fortresses will be your key to a strong defense, allowing you to embark on the victory campaign of your choosing without fear of conquest from another civilization. Will your empire flourish with the bounty of land and sea? How will you lead the Maori in Sid Meier's Civilization VI Gathering Storm?
Tank. Try using this to get an extra critical. It reduces my hit chance, but I'll take 75%. Guaranteed critical. That's much better. Now we're inside the building, so to speak. So we need to go. Just going to reload this. Get a grenade. Do a bit of damage to the tank with that, I think. Yep. Also, we're probably going to catch that ladder. You won't be able to climb up and get to us quite yet. So that's a good start. Now Selma. Now there's no point being stealthy, I can use my heavy weapons. Ah, he's an Overwatch, I forgot about that. But he missed Selma. But he damaged the floor, so that's good. Although she's kind of in a dangerous position now.
We were sent to the frontier to further the ambitions of our mighty Federation. We thought we were alone. We thought we had control. We thought we had dominion here. We could not have been more wrong. They are like nothing we have fought before. They fight from the shadows, like ghosts of the void. Attacking and escaping before we can react. They scavenge our losses and use our weapons against us. They're ruthless veterans of the frontier. We thought they were scattered. We thought they were weak. They are not. This is their dominion. They own the shadows.
Nowhere. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. And just as its tentacles came within reach. 5 weeks since the crash. My one task now is to keep us alive. What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can.
The more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. And what's the point in surviving if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful?
As we covered in the basics tutorial, you can do a dash kick and dive kick to close the distances to your opponent. However, whiffing these leaves you completely open to punishment. One way to prevent getting punished is to cancel the recovery frames of these moves by executing a special move. Keep in mind you need to use a bar and meter to do this, so make sure you can use a move with quick startup so you can punish anyone trying to punish you. A lot of moves in Override have an area and effect which lasts for a while. In order to increase the range on these moves, you can use momentum from an airborne forward dash to give specials much more of an area to cover. Use this tactic if your opponent is constantly trying to run away. The last area we're going to cover is controlling the space of your opponent, otherwise known as footsies. Most newcomers will want to dash in and rush you down, but being too aggressive will cause you to run up your heat meter and leave yourself open to counterattacks. Your ultimate goal when playing footsies is to bait your opponent into leaving themselves open, and one way to do so is called whiff punishing. Whiff punishing means intentionally getting an opponent to whiff a move that causes a lot of recovery, and hitting them during that recovery. You can do so by dodging out of the way. This is most easily done when your opponent dedicates themselves to a dive kick or a dash kick. Another footsies tactic is trapping an opponent against the wall. If you're successful, it greatly restricts their movement, so they are forced to go on the defense or do risky moves to get themselves out of the corner. Opponents against the wall are also susceptible to getting hit by higher damage combos, as the wall prevents them from being knocked back. Alright everyone.
For centuries, Kairos the Overlord has conquered the known world. Dissent has been quelled. and those who once boasted of their right to rule are forced to kneel. In Kairos' empire, the execution of justice is paramount. The lawless will be broken, made to feed the flames of war. Those found deserving of authority may rise, picked from the ashes, to be the enforcers, spearheads of the cause, to judge the accused and strike down those foolish enough to resist. As the final conquest draws near, you can institute the law from above, or use the banner to institute your own. The destiny of nations is yours to decide.
War. It's a strange thing, you know. The less you seek it, the harder it is to avoid. And the best thing you can do is fight with all you've got.
Check out this little handsome guy. Not only am I a cool Aquaman minifigure, but you get to check me out fighting Orm and Manta based on the upcoming Aquaman movie Lego DC Supervillains video game. So awesome.
Oh god! Right fast. Oh no! You know these savagely big. What are you doing? Did you see that? Rubbish! Stupid idiot! That's out of order, mate. Bad naughty car!
A siren, in case anybody needs me.
Oh, really? I think it went well.
The ground tour game. Don't just watch us, be us.
Yeah, there were definitely moments where I was driving with no front tires and things get pretty dicey.
I have no tire.
Some of the maps too have sort of environmental hazards and obstacles. What kind of things do those bring to the table?
You have traps like elevators, water pools, which are deadly to cars, obviously. And you have like gigantic boxing gloves that will hit your car. And yeah, you also have ramps.
What kind of bonuses can you pick up?
Yeah, so you can get repair bonuses, so in case you're really in bad shape, you want to hit those ones. And you get extra damage bonus, so that's basically the opposite. You give more damage to your opponents.
Demolition Derby as a discipline isn't the only new thing coming with this update, right? What else is being included?
So it includes new vehicles, so in addition to the Demolition Derby cars, including a new single-seater car from Red Bull, which is one that the players really like. We're gonna add the Bugatti Chiron. So we're pretty happy to add this one to the lineup, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Bugatti, we got a chance to try out the hypercars in PvP mode, right? Tell us a bit about this.
PvP is not only about getting the best car, it's also and mostly about your skills.